Hello, Jay Barrino here. Welcome back. This is StarCraft Alternate. Oh, we're still on Episode 1, Renegade Roar. This is the third Zerg mission. In case you're unfamiliar, StarCraft Alternate, it retells the story of the original StarCraft, except all the races are swapped. So the first episode here, which is typically Terran Rebel Yell, instead we have Zerg Renegade Roar. Alright, Treacherous Coalition, the Colonial Zerg and their Cerebrate must ally with a Renegade Zerg Terran hybrid. Colonial Brood Underground Hive Cluster, Planet Marsara. Mind Courier! Mind Relay in progress. I heard your grievance, Cerebrate. However, I do not care for your grievances or against the will of the Overmind and the Swarm. Do not continue to stray from his will. Your information requests are ready. Many hive clusters have relayed sightings of the beings now known as Protoss. The Garm have captured and repurposed all Colonial Zerg forces and continue to avoid action against the Protoss. 3 hives have fallen to the Protoss already. We have not been able to locate any sort of assistance aside from the renegade brood called Kukulkan. Good day, Cerebrate. My name is Kerrigan, and I represent the Kukulkan brood. You're familiar with the Swarm's propaganda surrounding my group, but your reputation suggests you'll see past it. I'm going to make you a deal, Cerebrate. I'll help you out by sending down a number of my finest Yggdrasils to your hive cluster, and evacuate any survivors. Good old Iggy. Coming to help us out. You know, of course, that my brood operates outside the will of the Overmind. That's why they spread their lies and misinformation. If you decide to accept my help, you'll be branded as a traitor too. But it's a chance to save your brood. Time to make a stand, Cerebrate. So Mengsk is... Kerrigan is Mengsk. That's funny. Attention, the hive cluster is under attack by Protoss forces. Mind Courier. And debriefing. Here we go. Survive for 30 minutes. Will we try to push out? I don't know. It's just that the dialogue is so close that anytime, like, the mission starts and you expect to see Desperate Alliance, and then it's flipped in some fashion. It's like mildly confusing for a moment, but this is cool. Hey, this thing's taken some biological damage. You better wait for approximately 8 to 10 years and it'll heal itself. I'll do the same in approximately 8 to 10 years. That's what they would say. And we have colonies now, that's good. So can we spread creep up the ramps? I guess I could make a hatchery up here and get some high ground sunken colonies. That actually may be the most prudent thing to do. Just because of how strong that could be. It's just we'd have to wait quite a while in order to... I mean, we have to save 300 minerals, build it up here, and then wait for the creep to spread. So I don't know. Maybe I just stack some Hydralisks up there and call it a day. But this will be interesting because keep in mind, like, it's not like Terran where you hold out and you repair your bunkers and you have nearly unlimited holdout potential. So I think I'll grab missile attacks because I will probably be focusing on lots of Hydralisks. And we'll get some gas when I'm not so strained for minerals. I think, technically, this could be closer. Like, we could destroy this hatchery and build another one closer to the minerals, but... I mean, I'm not going to do that. I'm just pointing out that I think I could. We might not be able to get closer to the gas, though. I'm not really sure. In any case... we'll see how challenging this one turns out to be. We might just have to rotate Zerglings back and forth. So Zergling speed seems like it would be pretty prudent. Hey, get in there. Sunken colonies are very strong, though, keep in mind. So I'm less concerned about my static defense. I can just rebuild a bunch of extra colonies here or there. We got like a little choke point in here. I am more concerned maybe about Mutalisks. I think I might build the high ground hatchery. I don't know. Is that would that be a big mistake? I don't know. We need at least one spore colony up there, right? But it could work. It could work. Let's just go ahead and put a couple drones up here. I mean, I'm not going to last too long if I don't start making more units, that's for sure. So I'm kind of taking a... I'm rolling the dice here. Rolling the dice in order to get a hatchery right up here. And then we build like one spore colony to spread the creep further, and then we build some sunken colonies along the back to hit units as they're incoming. This should be enough creep to spread along this to make some sunken colonies up there. And I think that would be fine. So... we don't even have a Hydralisk den yet, so I should probably do that. Okay, cool. And then we'll just grab a few more drones. It's weird because the first two missions were almost exactly, in terms of difficulty, or like what, you know, expected difficulty compared to the original, exactly the same. But just based on my knowledge of where this is going to go, I think it will become much more challenging, so get up there. Zerglings excellent against Dragoons. Oh my word. Pull him back. Pull him into the spore at least. All right, we need Hydralisks. I think it only has 4 interceptors, so that way we can at least kill. Well, yeah, let's go straight for the carrier. Well, that's certainly new. I think we would have needed another hatchery anyway, so why not have put it up there, you know? Okay. Again, that's certainly different. Okay, return your minerals at least. Okay, Carapace. Fine. I didn't want to build a creep colony anyway. That was a lie. All right, now we have enough. So we'll just get some more... oh, well, this is not what I had hoped they would do, but... yeah, we're going to need some spore colonies up here, I think. So let's just wait for the creep to spread, and then we'll... It's not... that is not closer for them. That is not closer for them. That's classic... It's not... And that's not the mod. That's just StarCraft. That's just dumb StarCraft. So... oh, well. Okay, let's grab another colony over here. Okay, again, I'm just going to wait for that creep just a little bit longer. More drones, and then we can maybe get some Zerglings. Okay, help them out. Relatively simple start besides the carrier, which, again, I'm not really sure. That was probably a pre-placed carrier, and I'm not sure if that was meant to be coming my way or not. Okay, please build as I have asked you to. Okay, and then we put a creep colony right there. A little disappointed in these drones that are making this bizarre trip, but it's all right. It is what it is. Okay. I feel pretty comfortable, especially with this this high ground stuff up here, and I think we want to just grab one spore colony to put up here too. Should like wall this ramp off so that they can't. Whatever, that's fine. Okay, that'll be really useful. This is a deadly choke point. They're not really going to be able to get through. Now I got to try to spread the creep, so I got to start putting down some colonies down on the other side. I don't know how I feel about these. I don't know if there's any way. I mean, I could manually tell them to return to this hatchery. I'm not sure if they would persist in doing that, though. Like, if I do this, I'm not actually sure if when he returns minerals again, he will... I don't know. Overlord. Okay, wait. So you guys return here. It's worth a shot, I guess. Okay, we need some Hydralisks over here, that's for sure. So we've got the Hydra Den. I would like these speed upgrades so that we can move the Hydralisks back and forth. Zergling speed also would be nice. It seems like we're only getting ground attacks over here.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, so let's get some spore colonies to spread the creep. No. Get! StarCraft! StarCraft pathing? Okay. This is fine. Okay, so these are going to be spore colonies. We'll keep making drones individually to send them over there. And now I think we just make Hydralisks. I will start +1, even though I don't really have much in the way of minerals to support that. Okay, another spore. Another drone. And we'll just keep this up. I could probably... It's like my income is hamstrung by these silly drones. I don't really know what else to do about that, so... Okay, you Hydralisks come on up here, and then we want to be able to transfer back and forth quickly. Okay, and we just want to get, like, maybe 2 sunken colonies along the side and maybe another one up here, just because we know how strong that is. Like, one sunken colony up here is not really worth the investment we made to be able to build this stuff up here, so I think I should build some more. Okay, and then let's keep going. Like, individual Hydralisks is kind of what we have. It's weird to only be able to build literally 1 unit at a time as Zerg, but we really can't afford it, so I'm just gonna... maybe some drones, actually. We're almost halfway done. We know this is gonna ramp up severely near the end, so maybe just spam colonies and hope for the best. Seems like the only ground attacks are coming from the left. I don't know if it's I don't know if you can make it randomized in any way. I'm sure you just have them attack to a certain location, so I'm not sure if that, you know, the built-in AI then decides which direction that actually could mean. Okay, maybe I save up and I grab muscular augments finally. We got another sunken colony probably right here, and then maybe another spore colony. I mean, this is pretty solid, I'd say, for now. No lurkers, as you can imagine. This is an SCX map, but we don't have Brood War tech yet. Doesn't seem like it, at least. Unless it unlocks later. I don't know if we'll be able to get lurkers like in the original campaign or something. Yeah, see, they have to walk along this area, so this is perfect. Once they start sending dragoons, though, it'll be a little scarier. Okay, so as you can see, this is much larger. Okay, that's done. Back them up. Let's move down the ramp. Draw them into the spores. Okay, and we have to do kind of a bit of a fighting retreat here. Maybe at least we can lure them up the ramp. So I maybe would have expected that attack to be split on which side it attacks, but instead it was just all one side. Please get away from my drones. All right, let's get them up here to this this sunken colony. And these guys, I guess, just want to sit here. Okay, Zerglings and Zerglings. Though I don't know if Zerglings are really the right choice. Never got those muscular augments. Can you guys please attack? That would be very nice. Okay. Well, it seems like they're just going to be concentrating on the left. So any defense on that side is totally worthless at this point, I'd say. So we're just going to concentrate over here. I could make some backup. I really can't stress how much this stupid pathing is killing me here. I should have made the hatchery maybe here. It's kind of hard to say what the reason is for why they're acting like that, but if we would have made it here, it still technically would be close to the mineral patches. So maybe if we restart, we just don't build them that way. I don't know. Just stick to the high ground, and we kind of fall back and build on this area and force them to go up the ramp, if anything. It almost seems like any new drones that we put on these minerals to harvest, they're going to return to this hatchery, which is, like, infuriating. Oh, well. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose at the end, but I'll do my best. It seems like maybe you just spam Hydralisks is probably the better option, so.
Require more minerals.
I'm trying to decide where the better place to put the hatchery would even be. Because anywhere up here it's technically closer to these mineral patches. It's very confusing. See, that almost all of these are returning to this hatchery. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it is what it is. They're gonna do that, and I mean, I could destroy the hatchery now. Actually, I'm going. I don't really have an option. I think I should. And then I'll just start spamming out Hydralisks. I need this income. We don't need this hatchery up here. I mean, I'm gonna not having the larva will hurt, but I don't. These cannot be returning to this hatchery. I'm losing so much income. Okay. And then y'all make some Hydralisks for me. There we go. Now we should be getting income at the levels that we would expect and need. And I am just going to make more colonies. I see them incoming here. Okay, let's get in there with our units, support our colonies, and frontline Zerglings, I guess, are a little helpful. Okay, that attack was fine. It's just like the big ones with the carriers that are frightening. I mean, again, I think I just stack colonies up here, and that should be good enough. Okay, now we have too many drones. That's okay. We'll just use these to make more colonies. And I guess I might be able to come back from this only because I know that I exclusively need to stack colonies on this side. And as long as we do that, I think we'll be okay. Emphasis on I think. So we'll get one more spore here, and then we'll make some sunken colonies down at the bottom. And then we make Hydralisks to help us out, and this is a pretty solid. This is pretty solid, I think, for the stuff that comes along the side. Now, if they do start attacking down here, we've got the sunken colonies, and we'll just hope and pray for the best. Hopes and prayers for the Jormungand brood to get evacuated here, / whatever the blue brood is also. So. Okay, let's just individually attack the scouts, please. All right, and I'm just gonna build more and more spore colonies because that seems like the right choice. So we build spore colonies up here and sunken colonies at the bottom of the ramp, as I am doing. And then we have the Hydralisks that can react to help us. I think with 3 more spore colonies, maybe this one will make a sunken colony, and with 3 more spore colonies, 2 more spore colonies, that should be enough to repel the large scout attacks. Now, naturally, if they attack over here, I'm kind of screwed. I guess let's get 1 more sunken colony and more Hydralisks and Zerglings to help us react, so... Okay. Are we safe? I mean, 6 minutes. I guess I'll just, alternate 01. That's fine. If we have to cycle saves. So, I basically expected to lose based on how this was going. But now, I think we had, like, the janky income. And then the big attacks that are focused on one side. But the fact that the attacks are focused on one side may actually be to our advantage at this point. Just because we know that if they're only attacking one side, then odds are in our favor. Like, we can completely consolidate defense on one side. Okay, we have our speed boosts, which is nice. And we want to force them up the ramp. So we put some Hydralisks up top. We put some Hydralisks back here. And that'll be it. That'll do it. So, 1 more sunken colony. I mean, the amount of zealots that are going to be coming for us is going to probably be pretty absurd. So, let's just go overboard with the colonies and get maybe even another spore. Even as they come from this direction, I think, even if they do split and end up coming from this side significantly, I think we'll be okay. Only because we may be able to draw them into us properly. There we go.
The hive requires more minerals.
Okay, that's the huge attack. Individually target the carriers, please. They do retreat, which is a neat little thing for them to do. Okay, our income is hurting, but now I think we have enough spore colonies to push this back. We did lose some hydralisks in each set of the attacks. That's why I think we leave the hydralisks on the low ground so they can move around and hit the carriers. I mean, the zealots will probably stream in, run into the sunken colony and die, run into the sunken colonies and die, and then from there we want to make sure that we can push them back. Yeah, see, that's great. Okay. That's why we did that. Yeah, you know, at the cost of one of our own hatcheries, but it was worth it. I'm not entirely sure why they would only come from this direction, but it probably just has to do with the terrain layout. And, really just the terrain layout and the building placements, because it depends on where, like, the location for your base is set, or if they're meant to, like, the way that they attack the players based on where the town hall was placed. I don't know. I don't know. It's not that important to me, personally. We adapted. We should succeed. But this is clearly much different and more challenging than the original. Okay, here we go. This is where now we gotta try to get up here. I mean, the carriers are gonna roast. Oh my. All right. Sure. Okay, kill this group of zealots, and then we move up with the hydralisks to help us with the carriers. Okay. No. I know that you can hit these. It's frustrating that they're... Attack the carrier, please? No, I guess you can't. Okay. 24 seconds. We're going to live no matter what, but see that they're pathing to go down and around, even though they clearly could be in range. I don't know why they choose not to be. These are all very, very low. So we should be fine. If my hydralisks didn't have to actually, like, move down here to attack the different ones, then we would have been able to kill all of these with ease. But there's the Yggdrasils! Big Iggy! Let's go! And then the last carrier dies in that last satisfying explosion. So, yeah, so there we go. There's the fruition of, hey, it's going to be a lot harder, because this is, like, well beyond what Desperate Alliance was, which is the fact that there's Tier 3 units coming at you. They're not that hard to counter at this point, but I'm at, like, just someone who just picked this up. It's not like, hey, you could play StarCraft Alternate, and you could imagine it's like the original StarCraft. If you've never played it, you'd have the same experience. Absolutely not. This is meant for veterans. I guess I'm a veteran in terms of time, but not necessarily mechanical skill. So this was fun, though. I liked it. I liked the twist. Just some wonky stuff with the drones mining and the fact that the majority of the enemy attacks only came to one side of the base. And actually, I think that had a chance of happening in Desperate Alliance, too. So I think that's probably more the built-in AI more than anything. But I think it's also completely dependent on where your building placement is. Maybe in particular Town Hall. I don't know. UED likely knows the details on this in and out. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.